Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. You can now follow me on Instagram at Movies TV Mad 4 and on TikTok at Movies TV Mad quadruple X. 4 X's at the end by Movies TV Mad. Have you got that? So welcome to my latest video. Will Jesse Eisenberg reprise his role eventually as Lex Luthor? I think he's still Lex Luthor, and I don't think it makes me a rocket scientist to tell you this. I'm going to tell you why I think he's Lex Luthor, because it's obvious. In Batgirl, he's in a newspaper article that he's either in prison or wherever he is, right? Mental institution, whatever. It's his picture, it's his Lex Luthor. We will not see Batgirl till after Flashpoint. Anything that's canonical and still involved or Easter egged after the Flashpoint movie, that means they're going with it. This means Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor will still be Lex Luthor in the DCEU. This would also probably mean that Henry Cavill's still Superman, which I very much believe that they're keeping him along for the ride. So what's my opinion of this? Am I happy? Am I sad? Am I angry? I would never have cast Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. But to qualify this, I think that Jesse Eisenberg is one of the greatest independent actors of our time. And in fact, even though I wouldn't have cast him as Lex Luthor, I think he's an excellent version of Lex Luthor. What we don't really understand, is he the OG Lex? Or is he Lex Luthor Jr.? This is what I think. In BVS, he talks about his father, and he's not Lionel Luthor. I think he's Alexander Luthor or something like that, or maybe this Lex is. I'm not sure. I think his father is Lex Luthor Sr., and the Lex Luthor in BVS and in the DCEU is Lex Luthor Jr. So he's not exactly Lex Luthor. And this has always been my theory. Now, I think Zach actually said that the father is dead, but they don't exactly make it clear by saying the father is dead. They say, he says something about the living room. And he says, if I keep it the same, maybe he'll come back. But maybe he just vanished, disappeared. Flashpoint can change some things as well about this character. So it's going to be very, very interesting what they do. But basically, if you're an Easter egg in a newspaper in the Batgirl movie, a movie that comes directly, not directly after, I think it comes after the Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom movie, but basically anything after Flashpoint, if you're Easter egged, if you're involved, you are still canon. So what I'm saying to you is, and you do need to listen to me here, Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor will remain. I think they'll iron out the kinks, but I'm very happy about this. Now, don't get me wrong. If it was announced one day that Vincent D'Onofrio, who played Kingpin in the Netflix Daredevil show, was going to play Lex Luthor, I'd be very happy with this, as long as he shaves his head, because he would be amazing. I mean, it would be a bit of typecasting. That would be cool. But they have set up this Lex, and I think he is a very, very good Lex. No, I wouldn't have cast this guy as Lex Luthor. He don't look like Lex Luthor from the older comics. But if you look at the New 52, which Jeff Johns did look to adapt a lot within the DCEU, he does look like that young Lex with red hair, and that's who he is. I do think he's a good Lex. I don't think he's a bad Lex. I don't think he felt like the Riddler in BVS. I think he felt like a maniac who had this deep, desired hate for Superman, just like in the original material in comic books. He's always hated Superman. He's always said, you know, I should have this power. Not him, not this alien who shouldn't be here. And this is why he resents Superman. There's even a great line in Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor in Superman the movie. If anyone was going to get this power, why wouldn't it be me? That is Lex Luthor. That's how Lex Luthor has always perceived the thing. He wants the power. That's why he always, he builds that kryptonite suit, that power suit that gives him power. And I'd love to see that in the next Superman movie, where Lex is actually wearing the power suit forged with kryptonite and he fights Superman. That's really the only way that Superman and Lex could ever fight. And I think they should do it. Now, they kind of did it in Smallville without Michael Rosenbaum in that season 8, but Lana ended up having the power suit, and it didn't look like how it looked in the comics because they didn't have the budget but it was, at least they tried to do it. So I'm actually quite excited that going forward, Jesse Eisenberg will remain Lex Luthor. And as I say, if you're someone out there saying, no, I don't want this, don't worry. They'll make him a more accurate Lex, a more Lex that you're going to enjoy. So very, very interesting. And we'll see when we see him again. I believe he's another one who could show up in the Flash movie. This has been Movies TV Mad. I'm Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss this perfection. And I'll see you again later on with even more videos. And we're going live tonight, so don't miss that. So until then, goodbye, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.